Hello, my name is Yulia. Today I'd like to show you how you can varnish an oil painting with a Damar varnish. This is the painting I need to varnish. As you can see, the painting continues on all four sides. Normally you would have a painting without painted sides, so you would have to varnish only this surface. First of all, you need to make sure the surface is clean from dust. Yesterday, I prepared this painting. I took a sponge and I dumped it in water and just wiped it several times. It shouldn't be very damp. And I let it dry for a night. So today it's ready for being varnished. I'm using Damar varnish. I prefer to do it with the sponge because the smell doesn't bother me. But you can do it also with a Kamar varnish, for example. It's non-yellowing protection for oil, acrylic and watercolor paintings. And you spray it. You shake it well and you spray it. And it gives you the even surface also of the varnish. And it also protects the painting. But the smell bothers me too much, so I prefer to do it with this. So this is Damar varnish. So I'll show you what kind of motions you have to do. You damp it with the varnish and you do this movements all around. You do it all over the surface, and then to make it even you can do these motions like that. So I'll start. And you have to do it quickly, because the varnish dries very quickly. So you don't want to disturb the varnish while it's drying. So you need to do it very quickly. Really quickly. Why we do these motions is because we need to make sure that the varnish goes everywhere. And now we do this. And this varnish gives you a glossy surface. I prefer this one. So yeah, and you can turn it a little bit to the light and you'll see. And I'm just checking that all the surface is now glossy. So yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but I see. So now I'm going to varnish the sides of the painting. And I can do it like that. The sponge should have, the edge of the sponge should have enough varnish on it. So you can just do this. So now I have to let it dry and it will be ready and well protected. Thanks for watching me. Important things to remember when you apply a final protective varnish. You have to let your painting dry for at least 6 months after completion of the painting. Oils dry by oxidation, and this process takes several months. If the painting is done in an impasto technique, that is using thick layers of paint, you should wait for 12 months before varnishing it with permanent protective varnish. Permanent varnish, like Dyma varnish, doesn't let the air come in inner layers of paint, and thus the drying process is disrupted. Sometimes that can result in cracking, not always though. If you need to varnish your painting earlier, you can use retouch varnish that allows the oil paint continue to dry. Clean your painting from dust with damp sponge using water a day before you are going to varnish it. Work in a room with good ventilation or outside. Cover your desk or working table. Use only a new sponge for varnishing your painting. Proceed with circular motions to cover all the surface with varnish. Do it quickly enough. Then move the same sponge in parallel motions. Make sure kids and pets do not have access to your room while you're working and when the painting is drying. If you work outside, make sure insects and leaves do not fall on your painting because they tend to glue to it quickly. Obviously, varnishing outside on a windy or rainy day is not an option. In a day, your painting is ready to be hung on a wall. In 4 days, it is ready for being packed and shipped.